Wainamoinen, the eternal sage and master of magical songs, stood as the central hero god of the Kalevala and Finnish folklore. Welcome to Deka Rankings. The topic for today is Top 10 Most Powerful Finnish Gods. From the frozen forests of Finland come ancient gods and heroes whose power shaped the world itself. These beings of Finnish mythology blend divine authority with heroic deeds, creating stories preserved in the Kalevala, Finland's national epic. Their influence extends from the highest skies to the deepest underworld, controlling weather, creation, and the fate of humanity. Today we rank the 10 most powerful gods and divine heroes of Finnish mythology. We will explore their domains, legendary deeds, worship, and how their legacy endures in modern Finnish culture. Number 10. Loviatar. Loviatar, the blind daughter of Tuoni and Tuonetar, embodied death's cruelest aspects as the goddess of disease and suffering in Finnish mythology. Born sightless in the dark realm of Tuonela, she possessed the terrible power to create and spread illness throughout the mortal world. She was the mother of the 9 diseases, spawning ailments that could devastate entire communities. When heroes ventured into the underworld, Tuonetar would offer them Loviatar's black poison made from frog spawns, young poisonous snakes, lizards, adders, and worms, a brew of oblivion that would erase their very existence. Ancient Finns feared her influence during times of plague and sickness, believing that angering the underworld could unleash her children upon the living. Shamans and healers would perform protective rituals to ward off Loviatar's diseases, especially during harsh winters when death stalked the land most freely. Though she lacked the broad authority of greater gods, her power over human suffering made her one of the most dreaded figures in Finnish belief, representing the inevitable pain and illness that accompanies mortal existence. Number 9. Lemminkainen. Lemminkainen, the handsome young hero with flowing red hair, stood as one of the most beloved figures in Finnish mythology, embodying youth, passion, and tragic heroism. Originally a shamanistic figure, he was blended in the Kalevala with epic war heroes Kaukomieli and Ahti, creating a composite character of remarkable power and appeal. His greatest quest led him to Tuonela's Black River, where he attempted to capture the sacred swan as part of winning Louhi's daughter in marriage, a task that would prove his doom. When the blind guardian struck him down and dismembered his body, his devoted mother searched heaven and earth until she found every piece. After painstakingly reassembling her son, she discovered that while his body was whole, his life remained absent, requiring divine intervention to restore him. Only when she entreated a bee to fetch honey from Ukko's halls, the most potent remedy in all creation, was Lemminkainen finally returned to life. His story of death and resurrection, combined with his role as a culture hero who bridged the mortal and divine realms, established him as a central figure representing the cyclical nature of life, death, and renewal in Finnish belief. Number 8. Tapio. Tapio, the fierce god of forests and wild animals, ruled over Finland's vast woodlands as their undisputed master. Sometimes depicted as part human and part tree, he embodied the untamed power of nature itself. Hunters seeking game in the deep forests would make offerings to Tapio and avoid loud noises to prevent angering him and the changeable spirits under his command. His wife Mielikki and their children formed a divine family that protected the forest realm. Ancient Finns believed that disrespecting Tapio could result in failed hunts, lost paths, or encounters with dangerous beasts. His temples stood in sacred groves where rituals honored the forest's bounty. Today, Tapio represents humanity's connection to wilderness, appearing in Finnish literature as the embodiment of nature's majesty and mystery. Number 7. Tuonetar. Tuonetar, the stern queen of Tuonela, ruled the Finnish underworld alongside her husband as mistress of the dead. She governed the realm of death with cold authority, overseeing the spirits who dwelt in darkness beneath the earth. The goddess determined the fate of souls who crossed the Black River into her kingdom, a place from which few mortals ever returned. Her domain was filled with diseases and plagues that she could unleash upon the living world when angered. Heroes who journeyed to Tuonela seeking forbidden knowledge or lost souls faced her judgment and rarely escaped unscathed. Ancient Finns performed careful funeral rites to ensure their dead would find mercy under Tuonetar's rule. She represented the feminine aspect of death, not violent destruction, but the inevitable decay and return to earth that awaits all living things. Number 6. Tuoni. Tuoni, the grim lord of the underworld, reigned over Tuonela with absolute authority as judge and keeper of the dead. Unlike Olympian gods who mingled with mortals, Tuoni remained eternally in his dark kingdom below the earth. The Tuonela River, black as pitch and filled with poisonous serpents, separated his realm from the living world, and he controlled who could cross its deadly waters. When Wainamoinen dared journey to the underworld seeking magical knowledge, Tuoni and his servants nearly trapped the hero forever in the land of the dead. Tuoni's power extended to all souls who passed from life, with no exceptions for heroes or commoners. Finnish tradition held that the dead were ferried across the river of death to face Tuoni's judgment, their earthly deeds determining their fate in the afterlife. His realm represented the inevitable destiny awaiting all mortals, and his power over death made him one of the most feared figures in Finnish belief. Number 5. Ahti. Ahti, the powerful god of seas and waters, commanded all aquatic realms from his underwater palace. Fishermen and sailors prayed to him before voyages, seeking safe passage across treacherous waters and bountiful catches. In the Kalevala, Wainamoinen's magical kantele music was so beautiful it summoned Ahti and his wife from the ocean depths to listen. Ancient Finns believed Ahti controlled water spirits, fish populations, and the moods of lakes and seas that sustained their communities. His favor meant prosperity through fishing and safe water travel, while his anger brought storms and drownings. Coastal settlements built shrines near shorelines where offerings were made to ensure his blessing. The god's importance reflected Finland's geography, a land of countless lakes and waterways where survival depended on respecting water's power. Number 4. Ilmarinen. Ilmarinen, the eternal hammerer and divine blacksmith, possessed skills that transcended mortal craftsmanship. He forged the stars themselves on the dome of the sky, creating the celestial patterns that guided travelers and marked the seasons. His greatest creation was the Sampo, a mysterious magical mill that produced flour, salt, and gold from thin air, bringing unlimited prosperity to its owner. Ilmarinen crafted Zeus-like divine weapons including armor for heroes and wondrous automatons with the power of thought and movement. In the Kalevala, he competed with Wainamoinen for the Maiden of Pohjola, demonstrating both his heroic nature and his divine creativity. Temples honored him as patron of all artisans, from simple blacksmiths to master craftsmen. His forge represented the transformative power of fire and skill, turning raw materials into objects of wonder. Number 3. Ilmater. Ilmater, the virgin goddess of air and creator of the physical world, existed before time itself in the cosmic void. For 700 years, she floated alone in the primordial sea until a seabird laid eggs upon her knee. When the eggs broke, their pieces formed the earth, sky, sun, and moon, bringing order to chaos. She then shaped the world's geography with her own body. Her footsteps carved rivers and bays, her movements created capes and islands, and her touch formed mountains and valleys. After sculpting the world, she gave birth to Wainamoinen, who emerged already ancient and wise from his mother's womb. Unlike other deities, Ilmatar received no temples or formal worship, existing primarily in the songs and poems of the Kalevala. Modern scholars recognize her as one of mythology's great creator figures, a cosmic mother whose body and will shaped reality itself. Number 2. Wainamoinen. Wainamoinen, the eternal sage and master of magical songs, stood as the central hero god of the Kalevala and Finnish folklore. Born ancient and wise, he possessed knowledge of the world's creation and wielded magic through the power of music and poetry. His songs could calm storms, create forests, shape landscapes, and even challenge the gods themselves. He crafted the first kantele from fish bones, creating music so divine that his tears of joy fell into the ocean and became pearls. Wainamoinen planted forests, sowed the first crops including the sacred barley, and completed the world his mother began. When the evil Ukkohainen challenged him to a singing contest, Wainamoinen's superior magic caused his opponent to sink into a swamp. His wisdom guided other heroes through impossible tasks, and his patient leadership protected the people of Kalevala from countless threats. Though not worshipped as a god in the traditional sense, Wainamoinen embodied divine wisdom, creative power, and the connection between magic, music, and the universe, making him one of the most powerful beings in Finnish mythology. Number 1. Ukko. Ukko, whose name means old man, reigned as the supreme god of Finnish mythology, ruling the sky, thunder, and weather from his seat upon the clouds. Armed with his boat-shaped hammer Ukkon Vasara, he struck lightning bolts and created thunderstorms that brought life-giving rain to crops or destruction to those who angered him. The Finnish word for thunder, Ukkonen, derives directly from his name, reflecting his dominance over the heavens. When Ukko and his wife Akka mated among the clouds, their union caused thunderstorms that shook the earth. Every hero in the Kalevala called upon Ukko in times of desperate need. When Wainamoinen required divine fire to forge the Sampo, when Lemminkainen's mother needed sacred honey to resurrect her son, and when darkness threatened to consume the world after Louhi stole the sun and moon. His temples stood throughout ancient Finland, and the Vakajuhlat festival honored him each spring to ensure good weather and bountiful harvests. Stone axes found after lightning strikes were believed to be Ukko's weapons, collected by shamans for their supernatural power. As the overgod who answered prayers and wielded ultimate authority over natural forces, Ukko embodied divine power, essential to Finnish survival and prosperity. These gods and heroes shaped not only Finnish mythology, but the identity of the Finnish people themselves. From Ukko's thunderous sky to Tuoni and Tuonetar's silent underworld, from Väinämöinen's magical songs to Ilmarinen's divine forge, their powers governed every aspect of existence. Though Christianity replaced the old religion, their names and stories survived in the Kalevala, ensuring these ancient powers remain eternal in Finnish hearts and imagination. Like this video, and subscribe to Deca Rankings for more videos like this.